Oh,
Lord.
y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. Please make sure you share, and like. We are over here. I'm up this morning on your morning drive to Starbucks, to work, to your walk of shame, whatever you are on this morning. Okay, I'm on it with you. Praise God, amen, amen. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let's go and get this thing started. Let's get it cracking. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it's the KingJivesShow, baby. Turn it up, turn it up. We riding high, spotlight glow, healing hearts on the KingJivesShow. Sexy vibes, truth overflow. Left, cry, love, let the whole world know.
This is the KingJivesShow.
What is up, everybody? Good morning, salutations, all that stuff like that. Listen, come on in the room. Make sure y'all share, like. I woke up this morning, just thoughts all over the place because this whole little situation, there's a lot of things that do need to be talked about that have already been talked about over and over again. But I digress from that and I increase in this, and I just say that not all churches are the same, if that makes sense. Y'all can come on out the bushes and y'all can say something in the chat. Okay? No problem. Make sure I hit the like button. Okay? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Not all churches are the same. But when it comes down to things like this, it just makes you question. Hold on. It make you question everything. Hey, man. Okay, I don't see it. It just makes you question everything. I'll just say it like that. It make you question everything. I don't understand what it is that the church loves to bash, whatever it may be. But y'all see these leaders in all types of scandals. And it's not the vlogger's fault. Let me just say that. Because, that whole narrative has been set. And that is not true. See, God has a way. Maybe I don't want to say it's God. I don't want to say it's God. But the universe, God, nature, spirit, whatever, has a way of bringing things back around again to make it make sense. If the vloggers, what's up, Lamar? Sister X, good morning. If the vloggers are the problem, are we going to go there this morning? Y'all make sure y'all donate to the show. And this is not even trying to give the preachers a voice to talk. Because how is it that you want to advocate for yourself when you the one who did wrong? Hello? How is it that you want to jump on a podcast with Willie Moe, anybody, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, that want to listen and you're the one at fault. Like, baby, there is no we thank God for grace. Now, listen, we praise God for grace. But there's a point when you got to be accountable for your actions. Seriously. You have to be accountable for your actions. You know what? I wish I could play it. I really wish I could play it because I love me some KIM, Notorious KIM, because when she said, baby, money, sex, and power, that's what make things money, sex, and power, and drugs. That's what make all this stuff work. I don't care if you're in the church. I don't care if you're in the streets. Baby, money, sex, and power. Money, sex, and power. Now, we just watched this video with this little girl last night, right? We watched the little video. Lamar, we watched this video with this little girl last night. And then so here comes some of the folks from the church all in my comment section. Oh, Jives is just so messy. Now, won't you take it's 6 minutes. Why don't you take your messy self on somewhere because you're in my chat. You're in my comment section. And the sad part about it is you will defend this raggedy butt pastor, but y'all won't check him and hold him accountable. Oh, well, he's young. He's single. How many scandals has this nigga been in already? Y'all not gonna talk to me? Baby, it's a handful of y'all on here right now. Y'all not gonna talk? All y'all driving y'all cars, can't use y'all hands. Like, how many, and this goes back to Bishop Jordan. Bishop Jordan said, the bloggers, and a lot of these preachers said the bloggers is making the church look bad. How? Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to all beat up on this girl. Oh, y'all not saying nothing. I'm not going to all beat up on this girl because it take two to tango. Well, in her situation, it was three. It was her, Vashti, and Brian, right? Having a menage a trois, bumping pocketbooks and things. I told y'all a while ago. I said, y'all get mad at me for saying what I'm saying. I said, but they're going to be niggas that come after me that's going to be harder than me. Now, I said I hear and I watch social media fire, social church fire. Me and him about the same. But global impact, that nigga don't give a AF. You hear me? Baby, nobody gets a chance. Nobody. Baby, nobody. Everybody wrong, and it is. And to me, and to be me, and me, honestly, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. How do we preach holiness, but every other week you're in a scandal? Oh, Mario, that's there. My God. See, this is what makes me cuss a lot of y'all out, is because you make excuses. You make excuses. And you want to talk about God and grace and mercy. That sounds good. That sounds real good. That sounds real good. And then you go right back out there and do the same thing all over again. Oh, okay. I don't care nothing about your flesh. I don't care nothing about your frailties. I don't care nothing about your sexual urges. Listen here. Everything has something to do with discipline. What is the problem? Let me tell y'all something. And I'm gonna keep it a G with you. No, Jamar, none of us is better. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be real honest with you when I say this. I'm not bothered about none of these men having sex, getting topped off, getting a little knowledge. I'm not, women too. I'm not bothered by none of this. What I am bothered is that y'all bash and preach and try to hellfire and brimstone everybody else. But then y'all get caught up in the same. Y'all get caught up in the same thing. But see, and again, I have to say this. I have to say this. And y'all gonna feel real funny when I say this. Just hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, I was laughing. But who laughing now? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Boom! Ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. Yeah. Tables turn quick when you messing with the wall. Used to chase me down, now I make them. I've been praying for the peace, but I'm ready for the war, son. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I was quiet, now I'm loud, I'ma preach where I'm from. Let's go. They was laughing when I fell, now I'm shining in the sun. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Came from the dirt, now I'm diamond in the rough. They was calling me weak, now they calling my bluff. I done break through the pain, yeah, the road was tough. Now I'm popping like grease when the pot heat up. I was sleeping on floor, trying to drink.
All right. This is what I'm going to say. I had this conversation with a young lady just this morning, and this is something that does roll around in my head a lot. If God is really God, and God is really the God of the Bible, and God is sending everybody else to hell, but what about you? What about you? I had this conversation and I'm getting ready to bring her on. A beautiful soul. I am introducing you all to a new person to this particular show, Jennifer Crawley. And she and I had this conversation this morning, and it makes you question everything, because if Brian Carn can get out here and hit everybody sata and all this stuff, but he can smash and grab and get his cheeks clapped, all of this allegedly, because ain't no nigga came out yet, but all this stuff can go on and nobody can, and nobody, but he can go hop over here on Willie Mo Jr. because I'm gonna play the videos. And then what's the boy name? Marcus Thomas. Everybody got an excuse as to why they whores, to why they sit out here and they do all the effed up stuff that they do in the church, and they say, but God has given me grace. What happened to the God of the Bible that the niggas went in the church and they dropped dead and they had to drag him out with a rope? Where that God at? You know what I'm saying? Hey y'all from TikTok. Hey babies, how y'all doing? So yeah, anyways, y'all, I'm gonna bring Jennifer up. Hey love.
What's up?
Listen, let's just go and get into it, because
Okay.
Because I'm 10 minutes in, so I can say what I want to say now. So I'm trying to limit my cussing. But go ahead.
All right. What's up, y'all? What's up, Jives family? You might see some of my people pop on. I was only on for a few minutes. So good morning, everybody. This is interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
To say the least. My take on it is this. Nobody is perfect. And I know we say that. We understand that. We understand that we're going to make mistakes. If y'all don't know, I'm a life coach. I'm a therapist. I've been doing this for many years. I got some skin in the game. So I'm not just a talking head. I am educationally sound. I've been a therapist for many years. Any type of situation you can think of, I have counseled. But, I have a background in the church, grew up Church of God of Christ. So, yes.
We
My thing
cousins
is,
in this thing. We cousins.
hey, fam. So my thing is, I'm aware that we all make mistakes. But like me and you were talking about, I'm just trying to figure out where is the reference. Like, even if you don't know God, where is this coming from where we're living life and we're so reckless? Whether you have a background in Buddha, Allah, it doesn't matter to me. But I'm just trying to figure out, why are we so reckless with how we carry ourselves? Okay, yes, people go, let's just call a spade a spade. People are going to sleep around, people are going to we understand that. But the recklessness of it and the lack of accountability. One of my biggest issues and my pet peeves with church people is making a mistake and then minimizing the damage you've done to other people.
That's all I'm saying.
Of saying, well, God forgives me.
That's
God
it.
still loves me. Like, I'm going to speak for myself personally. I have had people dog me out, leaders, but then walk around like God's still going to bless and he's still going to open up doors. No accountability, no remorse.
None.
No. Like, if you say, well, I'm sorry, please forgive me, you showed no demonstration in restoration. Because if you participated in damaging me, contrary to what social media make people believe, people are responsible for the part of your restoration that they damaged.
Mm-hmm. And
So
that's what
we
I was
get
saying. That's what I was
okay.
saying when Brian went over there to Willie Mo. I'm gonna play the video in just a second.
Okay.
I was like, but you talking about more grace, but what about all the damaging things that you said to people about people, sending everybody to hell for drinking, smoking, and all of this stuff like this, and having sex, and in lesbian homosexual relationships, and you being found out in the same thing too. So now you want the people to have more grace with you. But what about them people that you damaged along the way? Do you go back and apologize to them?
And damaged. This when we and speaking of, you and I were talking about this, because there's people in the chat that have been cheated on, that have been dogged out and mishandled by friends, by family, by they husbands. So I don't think people are really processing the damage that you leave behind when you mishandle people. That's my thing. We are so reckless in the way that we mishandle people. And then watch this. We want people to be gentle when the scandal come out.
Be nice to me.
Show
Still
me some
love me.
grace. Don't spread the business.
What was you here? Was you here when I did that story on it was Anna. She did praise and worship at a church in South Florida, but she had did a service for Marcus Thomas. And Marcus got up and said the Lord told him to pay her bills for 6 months.
And then come to find out he didn't do it.
Yeah, and he said God said he gonna do it.
What that mean? What that mean?
Now, sir, we got you on record saying you gonna pay her bills for 6 months, and her bills was $30,000, and now, okay, well, God said he gonna do it, not me. God, okay.
So why you think? Why do you think? See, I think that for whatever reason, people in the church and people behind the pulpit, they have an ego issue.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something else I've also learned. This is why I'm not a big fan of people who are in the church, respectfully, that only do church. Because there's a difference between you doing God and then you going to a building every Sunday. I realize a lot of these people, they don't have any identity outside of standing behind the pulpit. You don't have any businesses. You're not connected. You're not connecting your 501c3. Your whole identity is going to church. I tell people I go to church, but I reach more people on my platform than any pastor on any given Sunday. I'm talking thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just feel like these people have this ego issue. You need that amen, pastor. You get off on that. It's not even about God anymore. We have taken God out of the church a long time ago. The proof is in the pudding. Look at the fruit of what we're seeing. There's no way people could be having a relationship with God and we seeing the kind of fallout that we see.
I can validate that. I can validate that because this year during convocation, this is by far, outside of when Blake was in office, this has been the most views that these niggas have ever gotten. Y'all got in that pulpit and you attacked people, you attacked vloggers. Hey, Darius, you attacked people, and people, by them doing that, people was looking to see what we, as the content creators, was going to say in response to that. And everybody's like, oh snap, oh shoot, what's about to happen? Oh my God. The moment that Bishop Shear got up there and told that false truth, everybody was looking to see what the vloggers was gonna say. And I'm like, y'all do this stuff on purpose because y'all need attention.
But you know, the narrative is different. The narrative is they're helping you out.
Oh, you helping? Okay. All right.
That's the narrative. And again, we all make mistakes. I'm not above it. I done did some things in my lifetime, but I'm just not understanding how we don't realize when you mishandle people, that process, it's a mental toll, it's an emotional toll, it's a spiritual battle. It's not just, oh, well, we did this in the bedroom. Okay, that was a couple of years ago, and da 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 da. It's deeper than that. And we wonder why people respectfully scratch their head and be looking like, God, is this you? Is these the kind of people you creating?
Jennifer, I told you this on the phone earlier. What trips me out with the church, especially this day and age church, I remember when I was younger, when I say, and not to take away from am I saved or not saved now, but back then we was saved. I'm talking about saved. Like we wasn't doing nothing. We just wanted Jesus. Period. I'd say that for myself. That's what I was. When I found out, it was like I was 19 when I started finding out stuff was going on in church. And I was like everybody else, oh no, that's the man of God. They saved. Pray for him. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh, I don't want to hit him. Didn't listen to nothing, no blues. It was just Jesus, God, gospel music. Hallelujah. The alabaster box. Come go with me behind the veil. I was a Juanita fanatic back then. And it was, yes, Lord. I mean, listen, all I wanted to do was church. And then it's like when I started seeing what really was going on behind the scene, even with my own family, started seeing what was going on behind the scenes. And then Jamar says, right, speak for yourself, because Jamar, here's the thing. So when I started finding out this stuff, it blew me back because I said, you can't be doing that and preaching like that. You can't be preaching hellfire and brimstones and God. And I'm talking about you feel, whether it's emotionalism, whether it's the spirit of God or whatever, you can't be preaching like that and don't feel the conviction of God yourself. I'm talking about like I want to get saved all over again type of conviction.
Right.
So it's like, then it's like I started seeing scandal here, scandal there. And I'm like, dang. Oh, wait a minute. No, they saved. No.
Right. He
Hold
would
on.
never.
Listen, I remember when I found out about Todd Hall, I said, no, that man is saved for real. That man could not be prophesying like that and be calling people's names and addresses and stuff like that. And that man ain't not connected with God. How you gonna be connected with God like that? And then you out here ho hopping and bo bopping and can't. How? And but then the more I lived, I was just like, oh, this ain't really about God. This is about a
This something
coin.
else. This is something else.
Yeah, this is something else. This about a coin and good entertainment. You said you finally stopped dancing with Santa and the Tooth Fairy Man. It's absolute. So here we go. So Jennifer, here we go. Let's. You want to do Marcus or you want to do Brian first? No pun intended. that sounds really bad. Okay. Do you want to? That's which video? Oh, that sounds real bad too. Which video do you want me to present first, Brian or Marcus?
Let's present the Marcus video first.
Okay, let's present the Marcus video.
And I'm looking at
taking
I'm looking at the chat. I don't know
my counseling serious. And I'm an advocate, man, traveling all over the world and still needed to do personal work. Hearing God, but couldn't hear God for myself. Notable across.
Okay, so I have to I'm not gonna do it right now, but I have to restart my computer because I had a lot of files on here. And so that's the reason why this is moving slow like this. So I had to delete some things. So let me just play this. Let's
across the world, Africa, all over the world. And majority of my past depression has been my anger toward a God that will speak to me for everybody else, but not speak to me. That's been my anger. Only to find out that hallelujah. Only to find out that he wanted to speak to me, but I wasn't making myself available to the source he wanted to speak through. I expected the voice of God to come from a familiar area or a familiar person. But the voice that God has utilized has been my counselor. And she has been a symbol of God's voice in the earth for me. I forgave my mom. Not because I got on my knees and prayed, but because somebody navigated me through that. I forgave my daddy. I forgave. Thank you.
Not this nigga crying.
The younger version of me.
Wait a minute, let me let it catch up. Is this nigga crying for real? Hold on.
He was feeling emotional.
Girl.
I forgave the younger version of me, man. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
For real.
I don't think nobody understand how much at some point I hated the younger version of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I had to stop putting blame on everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I had to just deal with it. Forgave everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
My strength is back. My strength is, and I will declare all over the world, Jesus Lord.
Now, let me say this real quick from a therapeutic perspective.
Go
I
ahead.
don't proclaim to be a man, and I'm not a man.
Mm-hmm.
I have counseled thousands of them. I don't think people really, and this is no strike at men. I'm only gonna commentate off of what he said. Most men have an internal struggle with their maternal, whoever raised them as a maternal figure. I don't think we really understand. There's a lot of men that are walking around broken and they hate themselves. And in turn, their actions come out in seems of where they demonstrate how they hate women. They're rude. But because it's something that they're struggling with from a maternal perspective of what they wanted their mother to do. You know how the saying comes along, men look for their mothers that they can sleep with. It's true. So how he is expressing how he's feeling, I know it sounds creepy if it don't apply to you, but I'm telling you, I've counseled thousands of men. Whatever this is, where they are broken from whatever their maternal person, whoever raised them, did or did not do,
Mm-hmm.
that display right there, that's what you're gonna see. Recklessness.
I've heard that before, and I find issue with that.
Okay, talk to me.
That the son wants to sleep with, not, I don't want to say necessarily want to sleep with the mama,
Right.
but want somebody like his mama.
Mm-hmm.
And that means you got mama issues.
Correct.
Okay. That's the same thing with girls. You have daddy issues. You trying to find a man just like your daddy. Like, no, I mean, there's some things that you may like about what your dad does, but
Right.
I shouldn't see my dad or my mother as a sexual figure. Does that make sense?
Right, which is not. So what I mean is this, they are looking for people to fill the void of
Mm-hmm.
what the maternal or paternal person didn't do, yet you still want that sexual connection with that person.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, these people get, and I'm not saying specifically about him. I just find it interesting how they get on these shows and they speak as if they have this profound revelation.
Because they stupid. And all of them stupid. And everybody just sit there, and eat it up like it's the last piece of oxtail that's left, and everybody's it just fall off the ball. Oh, it's just so good. Oh, you preaching, Doc. I'm looking at Willie Moe like, daughter. What are we talking about here?
Right.
And then, because we're gonna get to why we really here in just a second. But what I'm going to do, I'm gonna get on
Now,
my.
do you feel what he said was sincere?
To be very honest with you, I will say, I think maybe there is some sincerity. There's some sincerity in what he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't speak for him.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's an excuse, because
Mm-hmm.
all the BS that you've done, like, let's deal with that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, let's deal with the fact that you're a whore. Let's deal with the fact that you are a lying prophet. Let's deal with the fact that you be saying the same stuff to this person, and then you go to another city and say the same thing to, let's deal with that. Let's deal with the fact that the stuff that you be saying be so surface. You're dealing with woman issues. How many women are not dealing with women issues?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every woman, for the most part, has a monthly cycle. You don't need a prophetic word for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the folks who eat it up, pray, yes, God, glory to God. I'll be like, excuse me when I said, I'm like, bitch, you bleed every month. Like, what? We know you got a period. Like, what is going on? Like, yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. So you almost feel like it's an emotional demonstration of a cover up to the things you've done.
Absolutely. Hold on. Refresh this.
Somebody said a lot of these leaders are mentally ill.
I mean, they're mentally ill. It's like real bad. Real bad. Like, dang it. I was gonna play Brian, but I'm restarting his computer. But these people, they're not well. They're like, y'all are really sick. Like, what about the time, if this was a real time in life,
Mm-hmm.
when preachers, when people, when you did wrong, you wore the label on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, if you was an adulteress, you, or an adulterer, you wore the letter A on you. Like, what happened to them times? Like, I'm just, I'm letting this computer restart. I am so far beyond just this whole church as usual, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody's doing what they want to do, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's living how they want to live, and everybody seems to be okay with it. All these preachers, every scandal that has come out, God, God still loves you. God still uses you. That may be true, but you got to be accountable for what you're doing. You can't sit out here and sleep with half the city and think somebody's gonna be okay with that. Like, and I said this to Bishop Jordan. I said there has to be a standard. There has to be a separation between you and the people. Why in the hell is all of these preachers that's supposed to be so anointed and appointed and used by God? Why does everybody want to be common with everybody?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like there needs to be a separation, because again, if I'm making myself like I'm with everybody else and I'm amongst everybody else, then people start to disrespect me and the gift, and not to say that I'm above or anything, but it's like I can't hang out with everybody, because then people start disrespecting who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would not expect um I would not expect the mayor of our city to be hanging out with everybody,
Exactly.
because then people start looking at you like, oh, that's just Jane Castor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, this is the mayor of your city. Show them some respect. They're the ones who make the rules and everything in your city. Show them some respect. They're the ones who make sure that crime and all. Show them some respect. I shouldn't see you as a bishop and you get down with everybody that's what's going on with. It shouldn't be. So then don't get mad at me when I say these things, because it's true. Like I told Bishop Jordan the other day, if if what's that boy named Travis Malloy got on here talking about it's so good that my sons, I can't let that go, because I'm like, there's no way that I'm going to call my bishop my son. Now, you Church of God in Christ,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
would you ever reference your bishop? What district? You was up under Cedric Daniels, right?
Yes.
Would you ever walk up to Bishop Daniels and say, "What's up, son?"
Never.
Okay.
And especially not publicly.
I, I'm just saying. I'm
Especially
just
not
saying.
publicly.
Joking or not,
Yes. No.
there's a certain reference level that's there. And here's the thing. We have sat here and become so common with people that they disrespect us. Now, you said, but that's not his bishop. We're not talking about, oh
Like
Lord,
literally, we're talking about just in general.
in
Because
general.
it's, again, when you're saying that about the standard, I feel like the scapegoat is always, but we shouldn't look at pastors and preachers and bishops and apostles this way and da 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 da. So my thing is this: when you go to the doctor's office or when you get on the plane, what do you expect from the pilot or the surgeon? We just have to understand that when you are in a certain authoritative figure, there are other things that come along with that. It's just what it is. Whether you a mother in the household or the head of your household, whether you're a husband, it just comes with that. But then when it's in the church, everybody's like, well, y'all know they human. Why you so worried about what they doing? Well, why shouldn't we be worried about it?
Yeah.
It's not that I'm losing sleep over it, but I think this narrative is always pushed that let people live and da 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 da. There's no standard anymore. That's the problem. But there's a standard for gays, there's a standard for homosexuality, there's a standard for everything else except for what they're doing. Give me a pass. But everybody else, y'all gotta live right.
Yeah.
You gotta live right. Cause if not, you going to hell. But see, if I'm the bishop, let me go ahead and make a mistake because God's gonna give me grace and mercy. And I'm gonna show you that God is so loving. But wait a minute. You shouldn't be sleeping with men and you shouldn't be
You
sleeping
said
with women
y'all
and you
want
shouldn't
too
be.
much. What?
People got to understand the difference between a conversation to shed light and really
Oh, hold on,
and
hold on.
something different.
Hold on, Jennifer.
Yeah.
So Creeby said, I'm saying that because Travis has worked with Larry and Bernard. So here's the thing. And this goes to Jamar too. You said we want too much, but why is it that we expect so much from the president?
Right. Baby, we expect a lot at the restaurant.
We expect a lot from the waiter. We want to be served correctly. We want to be treated right. We want to be treated with the utmost respect. But when it comes to church, y'all give a pass to eat and everything that's going on. I'm like, no, 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 no. And then as far as Travis working with Bishop and Larry, that boy's church, Larry, not Travis's church. There is no way. Y'all see this that goes back to what I said. Y'all give these people a pass because of who they are, but nobody wants to. Would you give Jesus? Would you give somebody disrespecting Jesus a pass? If I said, okay, now
Great
Jennifer, I'm
analogy.
about to go real far when I say this. I'm about to go real far when I say this. If I said, fuck Jesus, he's a gay ass nigga, I don't like that motherfucker. Y'all would crucify me. You don't talk about my Jesus. Oh, you don't talk about my Jesus like that. Or you going to hell, Jives.
Or are they going to say, well, technically that's not really his Jesus, so it's okay.
Okay, so Jamar, you said no, you don't care. You don't
And
care,
that's
but
the
you're
problem.
here.
That's the problem. Why don't people care about how people are being affected? That's the problem with society now. Politically, in the church, in our households, that's the problem. The thing is, you might not care, but somebody has to.
Yeah.
And that's cool if you don't care, but somebody should care. Y'all, people have to understand having a dialogue about something, and I'm saying this too on the behalf of you, in the sense of I get it. Some people, I get it. I'm not everybody cup of tea. I don't lose sleep. When you on social media, you gotta have a thick. You have to have thick skin. There's a difference between having a dialogue about something, whether we're talking about the president, whether we're talking about a scandal, whether we're talking about what's going on in pharmaceutical. There's a difference between shedding light on a situation because there are people that like with this story, she's not the only person that's been dogged out by the church. People legitimately don't know how to move forward from that. People have
Mm-hmm.
legitimately been scarred by leadership and it has affected people's lives. Why shouldn't we care about that? Just like I care about what the president got going on. Just like I care about what's going on in ICE. Just like I care about them removing certain things off of the calendar. Why shouldn't it matter?
So,
Right,
and
Darius.
this is where I start interacting with the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cree, you said Jesus is supreme being. Now, see, honey, now this is where I need y'all to really get it all the way together. Jesus was a human. Now, we can say part God, part flesh, but Jesus was a human being who had fallible whatevers. And yet and still, even he, okay, we're not even gonna go there. Was a fallible person. And so it's like if the people respected him and his disciples respected him, What is the problem that we don't want to respect leadership? But see, the problem is this is the problem. This is a real problem. Is that leadership has always been this way, and this is why people like Jamar, and Jamar, no shade or disrespect, people like Jamar can say we don't care. It's because yes, this has been going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Social media has come about and
Mm-hmm.
everything has been made public.
Right.
So then we know all the tea, we know all the gossip. Well, you can okay. Let me go and finish what I'm saying. We know all the tea, we know all the gossip and everything like that. And so now we have started losing respect for the church. And see, and see, for me, the reason why I started doing what I'm doing is because I wanted accountability. Now, that's me. That's my story. I
Mm-hmm.
looked at these leaders and I wanted accountability because I said, how is it that y'all can stand up and preach like this, but y'all want to damn everybody to hell? Now, the reason why we are here this morning is because Jennifer and I had a conversation about a baby girl this morning. Was it last night or this morning?
This morning.
We had a conversation about Amber. Amber did her video yesterday. She dropped the video,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's all over social media.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're talking about it
Mm-hmm.
because, again, here it is another situation with
Mm-hmm.
Brian Carnes out here, and you can't even keep it together. So, Jennifer, as a woman, how do you feel about that?
Which part?
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay. So I think from both perspectives. I've been in situations, in compromising situations, so I do understand it. I just feel like, I guess my initial thought about the situation, I immediately thought about both parties. We are aware that people are aware. I'm not I don't think that people are oblivious about the type of people we deal with. We can maybe say that, oh, well, I didn't know he was like that. And again, it also comes back to how we feel about ourselves. Some of us are like, we are connecting with people because there's a void. I don't want to speak specifically onto her, but when we're talking about these situations that constantly keep coming up, there's clearly a deficiency somewhere. Either it's like a sex addict, and I'm gonna say something that may seem a little controversial. People screaming, my God, my God, my God. But my question is, so when he's talking, are we just ignoring him? Because the way people act, it make me believe that there isn't a God, because how do you still carry yourself this way?
Now,
How is
y'all,
it
we didn't
that?
say that there is no God. She just said it makes her believe.
Right. But I'm talking about the people that I'm talking about. You know how you got these leaders, like you said, and they preaching and prophesying and da da da. If I was kind of new to the church, I would think that y'all are lying. Cause how do you know God, but you still act like this? How do you know God, but you don't know how to apologize to people? How do you know God when you privately are dogging people out, mistreating people, having children and not taking care of them, but then publicly, my God? It makes me scratch my head because I know when I do wrong, God don't always have to come to me. I got a whole conscience, and then I have conviction. And so I'm like, think about the people, and do, am I saying that it makes it 100% okay? No. But can I understand this narrative of why people like, I don't do church? There's a difference between not doing church and not doing God. Because the way y'all out here got God looking, if I'm new, I don't want to serve the God that y'all talking about. Because he let y'all lie on people. He let y'all take people hard-earned money. Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit back, and this is just my personal opinion. You let me know what you think. That whole thing with, remember at the, what was the church? And that lady gave her money, and, you know what I'm talking about? When the lady,
Marvin Winans.
yes. So my thing is, and I don't know if this happened, but my thing was this: after the fact, everybody wanted to try to justify being respected. Just simply be respectful. It doesn't matter that she got in the wrong line. And this is what concerns me. Why do we try to justify wrong? And then you tried to come back and try to prove to people what you did was godly because you got a donation. My question is, did you give her some money? Because that's what I would have did. Did you say, you know what, because I know you were struggling, because we do know blessing people can go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, because I know you were struggling and I know you said that you had the, okay, Pastor, I apologize. I'm gonna have to come up with the rest of the money. So when you got that 100,000 or whatever it was, did you at least give her 5,000 to ease her burden? Or were we just, well, she should have been listening. Just because you're a leader doesn't give you a right to disrespect me. I'm sorry. So bringing it back to the question, how I feel about it, I feel that at some point we also need to look within, but then leaders have to stop taking advantage of people because these people broken. You know these people have issues. At some point, if you keep having the same mistake and the same scandal, one have to ask itself, what's really going on?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a mistake after you've done it multiple times, or is this just what you want to do? And if you preach so good and you prophesy so good, is he not speaking to you?
Can you not hear for yourself? Like, is there any accountability for yourself? And here's the thing: the reason why, and we are vloggers, the reason why we sit out here and we do this is because, like, one, how do we sit here and you want to gain all of this because ultimately this is entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is for black people. I'll say black people because we this is the black church. We look at this, we see this for what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been affected because in most cases a lot of us have been duped.
Mm-hmm.
We've been duped because we have been giving and serving and doing and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And a lot of people have learned how to profit off of people's ignorance.
And that's just the truth.
There's
That's
no
just the
way,
truth.
there's no way to substitute it. There's no way to
No.
sugarcoat it. There's no way to do anything. Like the reason why people have gotten rich and filthy rich and wealthy and well off is because they have learned the art of manipulation
Mm-hmm.
and how to make a fool out of you. I can give you, and this is no shade at nobody, I can give you a blanket word and tell you to give me an offering, a seed, and you're going to do it because you're looking for a word from so-called the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I can say the Lord said, you got an itch in your left breast, and then you go feeling around and start scratching. Oh Lord, and there we go. And it's like it takes me back to the movie A Leap of Faith.
Mm.
You gonna keep on saying this stuff until you really need to say this stuff. You're going to keep prophesying and preaching line until you really need to present the real God that you preach about. And
Mm.
when that time comes, you are not going to be able to be effective because you have no substance. Because there is a difference between the anointed of God and just entertaining people.
Mm-hmm. And how are you even being effective? And I'm not saying this about anybody specifically. How are you being effective if you sleeping with everybody in your congregation? How are you being effective when you up saying one thing, but behind closed doors, you live in a complete different life?
Well,
So are we really out here trying to win over the lost, trying to go after those who even don't know? How can you be effective? It's too much entertainment. And I just feel like we've gotten so far away from the demonstration of what it's supposed to look like when you have an actual relationship. It's no different than people that have children. At a certain age, what my son does is a reflection of the relationship he has with me,
Mm-hmm.
whether I want to be honest or not. Now, when he's 25, 26, or what have you, that's a little different. But when he's of a certain age, what he does in school is a direct reflection of his relationship with me.
Now, Jennifer, let's go to let's talk about because you all um tentatively we have an interview tonight. Um and I hopefully you all be there. What did you watch the interview with Amber? I mean, well, the video with Amber, correct?
I did.
What do you feel about that?
I feel as though she definitely wants her story told. I can see that. I can tell she's looking for some support, some backing. I could tell that she wants to be heard. I could tell she was definitely hurt because I think when things probably started to go a different way, she had a different expectation. She was somewhat alluding to that he could possibly be the father. So I genuinely believe she wants a resolve behind that. Some other things that I felt like I was able to pick up on is, her accountability. She brought up the fact that she could have done things differently. She was in a dark place, if you will, at a time in her life, which then could possibly have contributed to her falling into that. But I definitely think that both parties have a doing in this situation for sure. And I'm being very mindful of my words because I don't want to offend anybody because I don't know all the details and the background to it. But to me, I feel like I did have some questions about it, but I feel like maybe she's doing this because she genuinely wants to know who her child's father is. Maybe she did say that the partner that she has now has supported her and kind of pushed her to come out. Some of my questions was probably what most people are thinking. How did you get in this situation? How do we go from chit chatting to now we doing threesomes? And now it's just kind of a lot going on. Which sometimes both parties need to take accountability. You got to know, we just have to stop. And this is not, now I do agree when she said it's always the woman's fault. It's always like that.
Mm-hmm.
The male preacher will get away with everything under the sun, and it's always let's shine the light on well women, but it still takes two people.
It takes two.
Even if somebody's grooming you and manipulating you, there's a deficiency within you that's a lot that is able to give in to that. And so obviously at the time, let's just be honest. People see these people behind the pulpit, and in her words, people think these people are gods.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's so funny, guys? I've been around leaders privately. These leaders, they don't be nothing like people think. They can't hold a conversation. They lack emotional intelligence. They
Social
don't shower
skills.
regularly. They just a mess. So what you see behind the pulpit is an act. That's not even who they really are. They be insecure. They about can't satisfy you in the bedroom. It's all an act. But we get smitten behind what shows up on Sunday morning, and that don't even be them for real. They can't even put 5 words together.
It's entertainment. That goes back to what I said earlier. This stuff is entertainment, and we've gotten used to the entertainment of it all.
Hmm.
But what do we do when the actual presence of God actually shows up? Because what I've been seeing with Brian and so many other people, we know how to emotionalize the people. We know how to get the people going with the song and the dance and the
Hmm.
music and the organ and the Yamaha keyboard and rolling and all the drums and the slap bass guitar. We know how to get people emotionalized, but outside of that, y'all live like dogs,
Reckless.
reckless dogs.
And that's my thing. And people may say, well, everybody make mistakes, and God, we gotta forgive us and da da da. But at what point do we try to at least make an effort to demonstrate and make a change? You gonna be living like this forever? Like, at what point is it like, okay, it's enough? Like, do they not be thinking like, maybe I should give it a break because it's been like 4 scandals this year. Maybe I should take 2026 off.
Jennifer, I look at these older preachers now.
Mm-hmm.
Benny Hinn, Creflo Dollar, Juanita Bynum, Eddie Long, he's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these people have changed their theology, changed their ideology, the way that they preach and everything like that, and say, the way I used to teach, it was wrong. The way I used to teach tithing, it was wrong. The way I used to be so hard on people, it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But when you used to teach all that, some people have still held on to that. And they refuse to let go of it because they think it's gold. They think it's God. And where you have evolved and elevated in your thinking, matter of fact, Carlton Pearson,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where you have elevated and evolved in your thinking, some people refuse to let that go because
Right.
they feel like, well, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like, well, this is what I've always held on to, instead of getting in that book, because that same preacher was the same person that's in that pew, but they're just in a different place.
Mm-hmm.
That preacher was the same person that's in that pew, but they're the ones talking and being an orator.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're in the pulpit preaching and saying, thus said the Lord, when really it ain't thus said the Lord, it's just me said the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
We're holding on, people are holding on to this. And we as the preachers, we have evolved to know that God is so much bigger than what we're saying. And yes, we're human. Yes, we're fallible, and we're going to make mistakes. But we need to have some type of decorum and some type of discipline in our lives. Now, there's another side of this whole conversation that we need to have. I mean, we're an hour in, but the conversation is these sexual deviant behaviors that that a lot of these preachers have. Some of these preachers are down low, DL, women too, and y'all have secret lives, and y'all get in the pulpit and y'all beat up and y'all bash, but y'all only do that because it is the acceptable norm in the church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you want to continue being paid and being successful, you got to continue preaching and bashing and being this way. And you better hope to God that your personal private life never gets out,
Exposed.
because
Mm-hmm.
honestly, you really don't believe what you preach and what you teach, because your mind has seen this stuff for what it is, and you don't believe that either. You're only doing this because it's a financial benefit for you.
Hmm. That's waking something else up.
Mm-hmm.
The real deal is y'all don't believe it. That's why you're doing what you're doing. It
It's
ain't
that
even about
maya.
it ain't it you don't even believe what you preach. You want that coin. You like the high of what it feels like when you see a bunch of people respond to you because they not
Mm-hmm.
responding to God. You like the hype of being served. You like the hype of when you in the green room. But guess what? I done been in rooms and in the green room, I'm like, didn't you just get done preaching? Why you talking about somebody beefcakes back? I mean, like, you just got done preaching. Walk to the back.
I mean, preach down.
Baby, had
Preach
me convinced.
down. Like, listen, I'm talking about, baby, I want to get saved all over again, get dipped all over again. But I get to the back room and it's a whole nother story.
I remember growing up, it was nothing and some people are like, well, that's foolish. You got to know God for yourself. We understand that.
We
But
understand.
baby, it was nothing you could tell me about my leaders. I ain't gonna put the leaders that I had, but baby, when I found out one of my leaders was sleeping with men, I promise you I could call my mama right now. Baby, the way I wailed in her arms, I'm like, what do you mean? What? Bro, I'm talking about devastated.
And
Because he played the
I bet they was
role so
hellfire
well.
brimstone, y'all packets going to hell, and God is, I bet they was doing all that.
When I tell you we used to be having church, I'm talking about laid out, slain, bucking, shouting. There was nothing that you could tell me. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean that's his boyfriend? But
Oh,
but no. I mean talking about hanging out with the first family, kicking it. We was all family. I'm like, no, 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 no. You wrong. Ain't no way. The way that this apostle preached, you have got me food.
how you think I felt?
Food. And I'm like, and I was scared because after school I smoked some weed and I was like, God, please, I'm sorry. I can't even sleep for days because I'm thinking I'm going straight to hell.
Jennifer, I felt like that too when I moved away. See, this is what happens when you get away from under the shelter of your family. When I moved away and I'm working in ministry, and now I have leaders that wanna lay up and play and suck on and do all type of things.
A little patty cake, patty cake.
You know what I'm saying? Patty cake, patty. I was confused. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have indulged.
Let's just be honest.
Let's be honest.
Me
I
too.
have. But I was just kind of, and I asked one of them, I can laugh about this now. I said, why do y'all preach? Why do y'all preach this type of stuff? Because we have to. In order for us to make money, in order for us to keep being in the preacher circles, in order for us to do all of this stuff, this is what you got to do. It ain't that we believe it, but this is what the people want.
And when you really behind the scenes, baby, they're gonna tell you the truth. Oh,
No,
yeah.
But when you in their bed, huh? Come on, let's talk about it. Huh? When you in their bed, let's wake it up this morning. When you in their bed, baby, it's some bedroom pillow talk conversations.
Let me tell you something. When I was ignorant to the process, the first time I found out that pastors and their wives be swinging, I was like, so wait, it was like, I couldn't even imagine, like, so how do you guys like swap out?
They swap out.
What do you mean swing?
They swap out.
Let me see what y'all in there doing there. Let me see. Let me what y'all
Okay.
doing. What y'all doing? Let
Especially
me
when
see what Pastor doing
y'all
here.
do look like something. Let me see. Let me
And it
see
sounds
something.
ignorant, but I'm saying that because you know how you reverence a person? Like your mind can't go beyond like, there is no way. Because you reverence them. So you like, so what him look like with him clothes off?
Honey, I could call some names right now. But
Right now, right now.
I know if I do, my phone's going to be ringing afterwards. So I'm not going to do that. And plus, we are very close. And I look at them like a family member. But baby, the he that I used to see as a teenager,
Oh,
that
wow.
I would hear and be privy to as a teenager. And baby, when I say we would have some stankin' church, I'm talking about stankin' church. Boy, I'm talking about Slade. Baby, we all of us sick.
I'm trying to tell
Oh,
you.
y'all see my dad.
I'm
All
trying to
of that
tell
right
you.
there. We would be through. But baby, y'all got whole girlfriends. Y'all live together, raising children. Honey, y'all got secret lives. Y'all
Telling
are
people to
pretty
get
much married.
abortions.
Huh?
Baby, telling people to get abortions. They got insurance straight through Planned Parenthood. And I grew up in the church where not only was the adult service, but baby, the youth service, we used to be slain. So I didn't just be like, oh, well, I saw this when I became an adult. I remember being in church as a youth, getting filled with the Holy Ghost, desiring. I used to love going to church, the fellowship, the singing. So it was like when I found out, like, wait a minute, so this is a thing? You guys like swap wives and husbands? Well, Pastor so-and-so is kind of cute.
Listen, let me tell you something. You know what?
Right, I'm being funny, but
At 41, I feel like if I had continued down the path that I was on, I would have been married, probably would have had a few kids. I would have been a great, excellent pastor, but I would have been living a double life.
mm-hmm.
No lie. That's no lie. Love God, love Jesus. Mosha, love the Lord. But I would have been living a double life because it's like everywhere I looked, that was what was done. That was the accepted.
And baby, let me tell you something. I got to keep God in my life because I know I'm street smart. I'm book smart. I done worked in Hollywood. I be like, God, I'm so glad I love you because all these bills need to get paid and I will get them paid.
When I say all,
I will get them paid. Do you hear me?
Let me tell you something. The reason why right now the reason why I am quiet when it comes down to this whole debacle with Larry and Bishop, because baby, let me tell you something. I don't care what they say about this 5'11" plump boy. First of all, baby, I'm not ugly. Never been ugly a day in my life. But baby, I've always had to fight with myself upon doing the right thing and doing the wrong thing. Because baby,
and being self-aware is good. It's not nothing wrong with you being aware how you could be.
Because baby, it's some hustlers in my blood. It's hustlers in my family.
And it gets better in person.
Uh-huh. Baby, now smell good, look good. And baby, don't hug me the right way.
Let me tell you something.
Baby, I'll make you
Presence is
go,
on 10. Presence is on 10. I can give you a look that'll just say, baby, what you need.
What's up?
You hear me?
What's up?
I'm being straight honest.
Play with it if you want to.
I remember I was working at this job.
What's up?
I was working at this job.
Baby,
And
I will take you to the throne room.
I was working at this job, and this doctor liked me so much. Baby, he took his black card out and put it on the desk and said, "You want it?" I said, "Father, in the name of Jesus."
In thy
and I
holy
did
name.
nothing with them. These bills gonna get paid and more. Yeah.
And
I know.
For me, it's like I see all this stuff going on, and a part of me is like, because when I, growing up in this church, I saw so many of my friends, doing this, flued out, and I'm like, God, I don't want to live like that. I don't want people knowing, what it's like. I don't want it. And baby, you know what I'm saying? Baby, listen, the testimony is amazing. Praise God. But I'm just saying, hallelujah. But my thing is, it's like, for me, if I was going to give myself, and it's no shade, no judgment to nobody, because to each his own. Because baby, how you pay your bills is how you pay your bills. Baby, I ain't shading nobody. Because baby, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm fighting with myself, baby, new truck, new house,
everything,
baby, bank account would be 7 figures. We would be straight. I just don't want to do that. Cause y'all,
And that's the part we talking
I know
about.
how niggas play. And then
Yes.
the other part about it is, baby, I could go get me a female if I wanted to. Don't
Both.
play with me.
We can swap back and forth. I'll have
Please
the man
don't
paying my
play.
bills and the woman. How you want to do it?
Cause
Just
baby,
being real.
when I tell you white women love me
But
and older black women love the hell out of me. Especially the little young jitterbugs too, baby. You walk around them and you be smelling all kind of, they don't give a what you are. What's up? What's up, Poppy?
and to be right direct with you. Oh, excuse me. I'm like, oh, me? Lord help me. Let me get out this grocery store.
That's all I'm saying. And so, like, for me, I know this game.
Right.
I know this game. And when I see people like Brian and all this other stuff, it just makes me just scratch my head and just shake. I'm just like, how long? How long? Because I'm like, at some point, you didn't laid up with everybody. You didn't laid down with every Tom, Dick, and Harry and Rosetta and Shaniqua. What's next? And I'm like, baby, now you said this earlier. I did. You said he obviously can't be that good. I don't know. I can't testify to that. I can't testify to that.
Well, this is what I'm saying. See, we have to understand now. This is a different little perspective. When you understand the anatomy, especially of a woman and different things like that, they do statistics for a reason. Now, this is the therapeutic side of me. The average woman ain't satisfied in the bedroom anyway. So what I'm saying is there's a couple of things that keep me in line, but I'm like, come on, y'all. It ain't even that good. What are we doing? That's how I feel
Duchess.
like it's something deeper. Like, how many threesomes and rendezvous? Like, how long this gonna go on? We gonna wait to slow down when we 70?
Oh, they don't even slow down then. Because then they start messing with little boys. Little children.
Like, what's not being quenched? I know lust can't be quenched, but I'm like, how, like, you don't desire true love? You don't desire true partnership? Like, at some point, don't that kind of wear off a little bit, or no? I don't know.
Look, there go global impact. What's up, friend? Let me tell y'all
More
something.
grace. Allow.
Let me tell y'all something. Global impact. And friend, I forgot how I say your name. But global impact is who I was 5-10 years ago.
Okay.
I would drag the dog out of you.
Oh, okay.
Baby, I didn't care. People talk about who is this global impact guy? Oh, he's just so hard on the church. He don't even believe in these church folks. Ain't nobody good. I said, baby, that was me. That was me some years ago. I said, I'm just at a place where I'm like, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm,
This is
mm-hmm.
a new face on the block.
Okay.
And these new faces, baby, will rip you apart.
They ain't holding no punches.
No punches, no punches, no punches. Yeah, baby, he beast mode. Now, give him about 10 years. He gonna calm down. He'll gonna calm down because after you have seen all of the things, you don't give a AF no more. You just don't give a
Mm-hmm,
you don't.
mm-hmm.
It's just like
Bless you too.
as long as me and my relationship with God is fine, that's all it's gonna be. But I'm just saying, like, you get to a point where this mess with Brian Carn, this global. Um, do you remember when Brian Carn was doing all that mess and he got put out by Vashti? When Vashti put all his information out, Bishop Lambert Gates defended him. Now, this is a father in the gospel. Bishop Lambert Gates got up in the pulpit and defended him and said, if you talk about him, you going to hell. And I'm going to sit you down.
That's what he said.
Yes, brother. No. Go back. Okay. Global. Go back and look at my videos with Lambert Gates and Brian Carn.
He
When
did
I
say
tell
that.
you Lambert Gates got in the pulpit during his convocation and damned everybody to hell if you talked about Brian Carn. He said, I know some of y'all business.
So it's like, so what do that mean? That means it's okay? That means we should exempt accountability? That mean, or or it says you don't know what I said behind closed doors. That be manipulation. I'm not
So
speaking
then my question
specifically
is, are
on
y'all
him,
fucking?
but the stuff be manipulation. It be manipulation. You don't know how I corrected him. Get out of his business. Worry about what you doing behind your closed doors. I know what y'all got going on. So now you like, wait, so what that mean? Like he get a pass? So we shouldn't be tripping?
So my question then is, are y'all screwing? Are y'all messing around? Is that what we doing?
And don't get me wrong, because I know people, well, what y'all expect them to do? Blast them and da 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 da. No, I'm not expecting you to blast them, but I'm also not expecting you to like overly defend it either, because it's still wrong. It's like if my son at school and he doing something, no, I'm not finna rip you to shreds in front of the teacher, but I'm definitely gonna be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna let him know, because I don't stand for that and da 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 da. So it's kind of like, what's really the motive behind the message?
And why are we defending? See, because let me tell you something. With me, if I did something wrong, now it's a way that my mom would
Correct you.
correct me
Mm-hmm.
in public.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got home, I got my behind toed up.
To the white meat.
Okay?
Go get a switch.
Like you're not gonna embarrass me in front of all these white folks. And I don't stand for that. And
And
then
then
you
y'all have to
keep
think about the aftermath of how stuff went. And again, I'm not specifically just saying them, but to me, if there was conversations and if there was correction had, do he need like why do it keep happening? And then why did you go on this campaign of like, baby, you done patting more grave.
baby, that's a whole t-shirt. God ain't mad at me.
So it's confusing. Like, what's really going on?
Listen, these folks know what they're doing. They know they're gonna still have a following. Let me tell you something. Brian Carr know he is still gonna have a following.
Definitely.
These crazy girls are still gonna follow him.
Yep.
These boys still gonna follow him. Matter of fact, there are niggas that was at his church that participate in threesomes and orgies, and they be sitting right on the ministerial staff. But he left his church, and I think he started his own service and stuff now. But baby, they be right on Snapchat, right on Twitter, right on all this other stuff. I just be like, I don't, praise God.
But what is
But
the
this,
benefit of you telling everybody they need to live their life a certain way, but then you're exempt to that? What are they benefiting?
no, everybody want to be free now. Everybody want to be.
Him went off. Him froze. Him froze. The double standard is real. The double standard is real. You had
Okay, can you hear
there you
me?
go, brother.
Oh, I can't hear nothing. Wait a minute.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
I can't. Hold on.
he went off. He's a warlock, plain and simple. Long live. In the end, every knee shall bow. In the end, every knee. That's what it said. He coming back. There you go,
Okay, there
brother.
I go. Okay, now what the heck I said?
Everybody want to be free.
Everybody want to be free now because they have elevated their thinking. They have realized that what they have been taught, it wasn't it wasn't that. Like how stringent we were on sexuality, how stringent we were on all of this stuff that we were preaching, like you can't go do this, you can't go that, it's hell, hell, hell. And then it's like, even when we now, Jennifer, I don't know how far you gone with this, but even the whole hell theology or hell talk about, like, if you go back in history, who that was created by. See, then you start waking stuff up, and see, then you're starting to break down the whole control mechanism and how people really control the minds of people. And the moment that you start waking up, you can't go back to sleep again. And that's why they start saying, all these people, they woke, and it's just harmful. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to be woke. No, it's not dangerous to be woke. It's right to be woke.
Or, that notion where, oh, this new generation, y'all don't listen, y'all this and that. Maybe because we not going for that no more. I'm not going for no pastor, respectfully. I'm not going for no pastor that's going to manipulate me and disrespect me. And it's almost like these leaders struggle, but then the people that's covering you, they got more honor and respect than you do. You know how many leaders I had to cover for? And I'm like, wait, but you're the bishop. Okay, but I got to cover and I got to protect and I got to this and I got to make sure. But then when you stand up for yourself and you say, please don't speak to me like that. Oh, y'all just disrespectful. Y'all don't know how to honor leadership. No, we just don't want to be fooled no more.
I'm gonna give you a good example. And I can't go all the way into it because I don't have everything that I need to go all the way into it.
Okay.
But that situation with Joe Tutman?
Yes.
With Henry Fernandez?
Yes.
And he just got fired from the church. And everybody just so mad at Bishop Henry Fernandez and all this other stuff. Nobody ever asked questions. Nobody tried to figure out what happened. People just thought that Henry Fernandez was just being arrogant and egotistical, and he was more so worried about his ego and somebody outdoing him and getting more. No, that wasn't what it was about. That was not what it was about. Baby, it was some things going on that went on that they didn't want to get out in public. And because of the circle, because of the circle of high-ranking preachers that was covering
and connected,
that knew about it, they decide to pay off, allegedly, and move this man somewhere else. Because he's somebody else that is being used right now. And I'm like, to me, and I'm not saying that he's Eddie Long, but I'm like, this is another muscle-bound Jimmy that loves to show his dick off and how tight his butt is and how big his muscles is. I'm like, what are we doing? Is this what we're accepting in church? Like, and I say this with all sincerity. I don't want to go to church and see my pastor's body. I don't. I don't want to go to church and nobody be looking at my body. I don't want to go to church and the first thing I look up and see in the pulpit is dick.
You right.
Like, what is going on? Like,
you right.
A preacher came to our church when I was in Minnesota, and I ain't gonna call it, well.
Don't call his name. Just go.
I mean, when I say this is one of the fathers in the gospel, not old, he's old enough, and he's a part of just the older preachers. That man got up and got to preaching, And I just saw that jacket doing this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and these ladies behind me was like, "Ooh, girl, ooh, Jesus!" And I was like, "That man pulled his jacket off. All you saw was just
Schlong.
meat." I said, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Oh my God,
Woo!
that's too
Woo!
much going on up in the church."
Yeah.
But this is how we get people to them hotel rooms. This is how we get people to give offerings. Because you know they got this thing called sexual sexual offering dance.
And then you know that behind the scenes, these women be taking care of these preachers, giving them money. And let me go ahead and debunk what most people may think. Don't let these mothers fool you either. Baby, these mothers are sustaining the preacher. You hear me? I don't worry about it, baby. Missionary so-and-so gonna take care of it for you. They'll ask you for money, ask you to take out a loan. Oh, can you cover this? Oh, can you make sure this? They always got a sob story. Every preacher want, oh, life's so hard. I can't trust a whole lot of people. So I'm hoping I could trust you. Ask me how I know. See, I'm never gonna hide things that I've done. I may not give you the details, but I done been in some situations. And I even had to go back and reflect and be like, Jennifer, now how did you end up in that? But they always got a sob story. I can't trust people. Everybody against me. How she showed that first message, if that's true, but allegedly, I hope you don't share this with nobody. It's like they got a script on how they finna get you. I done been at services. I done been in a service where a preacher, who was obviously married, was in the middle of a hoop and a holler, walked down the aisle, I kid you not, and put his hand out. And you know how the preacher want to shake. When I tell you he grabbed my hand and was caressing it,
Caressing.
and the Lord, and if, I already knew what he was trying to do.
Trying to get your
Yeah,
attention. Say,
in
yeah,
the
meet
middle
me
of him
after.
preaching. And I'm like 6, 7 rows back. And he said, and let me tell you, and I'm like, and I was with somebody, and we both looked at each other like, now I know you got to be like, is you for real?
Mm-hmm.
Because you wanted me to go like this. And I'm gonna tell you, this how you know they be using a prophecy again. They be using a prophecy because they want you to go, oh, thank you so much, man of God, for that prophet. You were so accurate. They can't wait till you message them and tell them, oh, God bless you. I've been around too long. I know the tricks of the trade. Or the armor bearer want to come, hey, Apostle so-and-so said he hopes to see you each night at the revival.
He said, can he get your information? He wants to do ministry with you. He wants to exchange. He would love to have a conversation with you. I bet.
Or when they preach, they always got to make sure they come over to your side and then stand not too far, but close enough. So you could try to pick up on their energy. I didn't have preachers do all kind of stuff to me. You hear me? Because I'm not boasting or bragging, but I know I'm not ugly. When I tell you he was in the middle of a full-blown hoop and put his hand out. And of course, I'm not going to embarrass you. So I put my hand in there. That man was caressing my hand in the middle of preaching.
Baby, let me tell you something. This is how when you really love God for real. You put your little clothes on, you go to church, you put your right smell goods on. Baby, when people hug you a certain way and they put their head in your neck a certain way and they hold you a certain way and pull you close a certain way, you already know what's up.
Why do I feel your beard right here?
Huh? Why do I feel your lips right up under my ears? What's going on?
And why when you whisper to me, I don't want to feel your lips right here.
Oh,
God bless you. You like, huh? What?
huh?
And why why when the hug is over, you got to extend and rub down? God bless you. I'm like, why you got to rub? Why when we let go, you got to go like this? Call me, huh? I hope to see you tomorrow. You like,
I'm
I
gonna be
came
here
in here because
all.
I really want to God, and you talking about some call me.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here the weekend. This gonna be my last. I got one more night to preach. I hope I see you this weekend. Yeah, make sure you give my armor bearer your information. I want to connect with you. God has some amazing things for you. He want to do a lot of great things in your life. I bet he do.
It was so good to see you. Or every time you preaching, you want to make sure you making eye contact with me. This is not an audition. I don't want you.
Let me tell you something. If I wanted to make sure that I was well taken care of, I know how to do it. It's not
And you better
hard.
and you better be lucky that I respect myself and I love the Lord. Because what the real narrative is, I will destroy your life. You ain't gonna have me out here crying and rolling over. No, 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 no. I'm gonna make you second guess your life playing with me. You thought you had game. Oh, you run up on the right. You see the problem is you've been running up on the wrong women. This ain't what you want.
You can always tell. You can always tell when there's some stuff going on. When I saw Brian Ferguson, Tiffany Montgomery, Stevenson, especially Ferguson, when I saw them beefing online, I said,
I remember that.
baby, I smell, you know how the old mothers say, I smell sin on you. I
Which
smell
one of y'all
sin
been
on you.
sinning? What? I
Oh, I
smell it
smell
on you.
sin, baby. Oh, I smell sin. Woo!
Oh, and I so hate to say this, but I do, but I don't. I thought it was funny how his wife teaches etiquette and she teaches about modesty. And I'm be
Who?
thinking, so when you and your husband leave, you don't be saying, baby, them pants is too tight.
Because, baby, let me tell you something. When Ferguson, let me tell you something. I'm a cakey nigga, okay? When you put your clothes on, you know how big your ass is. You know when, because first of all,
You
I just
crazy.
picked up a little weight. I'm losing now. But, baby, I remember when I had a small waist. I got hips and ass from my mama.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, when you put your clothes on, you know how your clothes fit, how
You
they
do.
fall.
You do. You
And this
do.
is why you wear pants that fit and hug, and you always wearing joggers and stuff. Your wife know what's going on, and you got a church full of punkies.
There was one service that he did. When I tell you, I had to literally pause because I was so taken aback. I'm like, all you can literally see is private. I'm like, there's no way I'm the only person that sees this. And it's not because I'm looking, it's right there.
Baby,
I'm
I have
like, are
seen
those
several
jeggings?
videos.
Those had to be jeggings.
I have seen several videos, and all I saw was booty and penis. I was like, what is going on? I was like, y'all doing too much. I'm like, I see this is why. First of all, you are not bad on the eyes at all. But baby, I can't look down because I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, Lord. Guard my mind and my thoughts, Lord Jesus. Praise God. Sir, what is going on with you?
And your wife
Why are
talks
you up
about
here
etiquette
with
and
you?
modesty. She
And
talks
why is
about
your
etiquette
wife,
and modesty.
how is your wife preaching etiquette? But see, and she look real homely. I mean, she can dress nice, but she's real homely. And see, that's them type of women that let your husband do whatever they want to do, allegedly. Let your husband do, but you already know he finna take care of all this stuff for you. And you going shopping.
Like a hall pass.
And you know what? Sometimes, and this is really the way it is. Sometimes for like a lot of these men and women, their spouses are fine with whatever they got going on. Just make sure you come and take care home. Do whatever you want to do.
It's true. You know, especially back in the day. Back in the day, the woman, she not coming off that marriage. She not coming out of that marriage. She finna stay till the very end. And then at the funeral, you gonna find out Bishop had a couple churn.
And a couple niggas and a couple women.
Cause you like, why she over there crying so hard?
Oh, I just saw a funeral a couple months ago. When I tell you this, the side nigga was up here crying so hard, and the wife was just sitting. The mama didn't like the wife, and they said the wife was a carpet muncher, which they always like to do that. And the dude and the preacher's crew came up to the casket. Oh, babe, when I say they clowned, honey, they was the I said, oh my God, are you
It
for
was
real?
that obvious.
It was that obvious. It was that obvious. Had to carry the man off. Dead serious. This is on public Beyonce's internet.
You
And
know,
then the
go
next
ahead.
day, the wife and the son got to beefing online, which I don't think that's his real son. I think that's his like gay son.
Okay, like spiritual son or something.
I like how you just flipped over what I just said. Okay, go ahead. And he was a bishop. So
See, that's why I know I can't be in this type of game. Because, see, I'm always tell on myself, baby, let me tell you something. If you a pastor, celebrity, regular person, you not finna be with me and just act and cut up on me. You gonna find out I got 2 husbands, 4 kids. Oh, well. Oh, well. Because my thing is, why are people staying in relationships being dogged out and you don't got nothing to show for it? I'm not encouraging that. But what I'm saying is, women, the first lady, she just got to be so loyal and she has to remain quiet. And she only gets to have like 2.5 friends. One of them she might be sleeping with. Then the man be jealous of that friend. But baby, I ain't got nothing to show for this hell. I ain't got no coin. My car finna fall apart. You don't take care of the kids. Like, why do we feel like we got to be loyal to a fault when you know when they ain't offering you nothing?
not
You
nothing.
know he's sleeping with that man. And you like, I'm just going to cover him in prayer.
Why are we covering them in prayer? When, first of all, you're not going to have me praying amiss, and you out here doing what you want to do. Why am I praying? Why am I praying for you when you out here doing what you want to do? And see, that's what I never could understand with a lot of these people. It's like you want us to pray for leadership, but leadership don't care. They still doing what they want to do.
You know, just
Which,
don't say nothing. Just pray for him. And say what? What are we supposed to say?
God bless
Maybe,
you.
maybe I missed it. And let me tell you something. You remember, like, I was trying to pick up a different story, but that story is kind of super old. But and then it's like they will get back in the pulpit like nothing happened. And then what really be getting me is when these videos come out and these preachers be saying certain things behind the pulpit, and in the background you can hear the members going, "Amen, that's right, Pastor." I'm like, are they listening to the same thing I'm listening to?
Mm-hmm.
And we wonder why it doesn't get any better. It's just an issue across the board, from the pulpit to the door to whoever your leader is. The leader that be over them, they be in on it too.
Listen, you would be surprised. Maybe not you, but you would be surprised at how these church circles and these church rings work.
That's why I'm never intimidated by people who on stages, because respectfully, what did you do to get there?
Hello. And you know, that was the thing. Like when I was coming up in the church, like I didn't have to do no extra stuff. I
Mm-mm.
knew I could preach. I was already in the doors. I was
Mm-hmm.
already sitting on the platforms. But I saw people that they had to get there. They had to bend over and bust it open. They had to suck. They had to do all kind of things. And I was like, oh God, I couldn't do that.
My
I couldn't do
experience was different. I could prophesy with the best of them, but I got a lot of haters. Women super intimidated. Girl, I don't want your husband. Oh, she probably sleeping with the pastor. No, I'm not. So I got a lot of pushback because of the way that I looked. I can prophesy, da 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 da. I'm not finna do nothing to get in this circle. But how did you get on this platform and why you? Because if we all listen to the same sermon,
So baby girl from last night,
mm-hmm.
um, got a chance to talk to her
Okay.
and great conversation. I enjoyed her conversation. You know, a lot of these girls are young. This generation, these young girls, they're young
Mm-hmm.
and they're impressionable. And
Mm-hmm.
some of these people are not church.
No,
They're not
no.
church at all.
Not born
And
and raised
so
for sure.
when they see these preachers, like, oh, he's so fine. Like, baby, that's the first thing that came out your mouth? He's trying to get your phone number. Oh my God, why me? Oh, he's so fine. Like, no, babe. The preacher shouldn't be trying to get your number.
Exactly.
The preacher shouldn't be like, and see, when you listen, y'all, we not old, but when you old like us, if somebody walking to me and say, God bless you, man of God, God want to make sure you get in touch with me.
Let's
God want to do.
connect.
Let's connect. First of all, you cute. Don't be saying that to me like, and you give me this smile like, yeah, what's up? When you do it, I'm like,
You considering it? You might consider.
uh, all right, man of God. I'm gonna walk off because I know what that wink and that smile.
Absolutely.
Women do it too.
Yep. Yep.
When they
Oh,
look at me and they
yes.
be like, all right, man of God, God bless you. Give me a hug, baby. What are we?
Hey, prophetess, you have such a beautiful spirit. Let's connect. I'd be like, you just want to taste this carpet. No, thank you.
And listen, I'm
I
telling you,
already know
and
what
see
you
the
want.
women, baby, they will hug you a certain way and you know what's up. Y'all hope we not giving y'all too much tease today.
Right.
I'm telling because this is a money business. This is a money business. I don't care how you look at it. This is a money business. And it's sad to say, but all churches are not like this. However, y'all make sure y'all hit their cash app because
I was
since
just
they
gonna say
about
that.
business, we about business. Y'all make sure you hit the cash app right there on the screen. $ Damari Jives, Zelle, PayPal, Venmo. All pastors are not like this. But because the majority, it makes people very leery of
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
church.
mm-hmm.
Like, I want to go to feel the presence of God, but it's almost like I got to go to like a small storefront church to really get that because the bigger the church, the bigger the entertainment. And then the bigger the jackass of the pastor gonna be. And you know he doing some of everything. I look at people like Mike Todd. Now, Mike Todd, that's a big old woman of God. I'm just saying,
I'm
sir,
weak.
why are you up here dressing like somebody auntie? And you know
Just
they
hood
all,
rich.
huh?
He just out here just like somebody auntie hood rich.
Hood rich. And see, the thing is, I hate that, you know, they try to spin this narrative like, oh, he's really feminine. Like, I like, listen, I like the way masculinity has been
Shifted.
shifted nowadays. Men are not like they were 30, 40, 50
No,
years ago.
no.
They're not out here working on the cotton gin and working in the factory, getting their hands all greasy. No, these niggas is different.
They're like, do you have those pants, but specifically with the flare at the bottom? You like, wait, what? Yeah, I want it to be flared. Just get them tailored. Have them tailor them out
You
flared.
have the ones with the flowers on them? Flowers? What? Oh yeah. Do you have the see-through shirt? Honey. Oh, that's my wife over there. Do you like this shirt?
It's fashion. It's
Oh.
2025. Everybody's connected to fashion. I want to make sure that the back of the shirt has full-blown floral print. So when I preach, I want to specifically turn around and then I want them to be able to see it. You know, flare jeans are in. It doesn't make me gay. Everybody's wearing flare jeans. Look at the rappers.
But you're not a rapper, you're a pastor. And I'm telling
Okay, you
you,
caught it.
these niggas be sitting out here and they make hand over fist. Hand over fist. I remember when Matthew Stevenson, when he first came out, the stuff he used to do. Matthew Stevenson wanted to fight me because I was worse than Global Impact. I would drag Matthew Stevenson so bad. I remember the day I was like, oh, Matthew. One time I said, Matthew Stevenson is so pretty. And his his wife is so pretty handsomely. He wanted to fight me. I'm like, this is a lavender marriage. And I'm like, the way he would talk about women in the pulpit would be ridiculous.
Mm.
Like, when you hear men talk about women like that, that's because you want to be them or you don't like women for some reason. And it's like you're in a marriage because you got to be in a marriage because that's the only way you could be doing ministry. Because you couldn't be a pretty boy like you are and sitting up here single doing ministry because wouldn't nobody accept you because they would automatically think that you're a punk. And that is the truth, because in the Church of God in Christ, I was single. And if I was not, I was dating this girl. Might be hard to believe, but it was the truth. I was dating this girl, beautiful. And like everybody was asking, like, okay, who are you dating? I was like, she's right there.
Mm-hmm.
When I was not dating, it was always questionable. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So you can't be a cute guy and just be single? No, you can't.
So you felt that pressure of like, you either need to get married or...
Absolutely.
Now, just real quick, did you ever really consider like, dang, I'm going to have to just go get married and just live a double life?
Absolutely.
You did.
Absolutely.
So therefore, you probably can recognize men who are married and living a double life. Because you have the experience of that pressure of, if I'm going to be in a leadership role or a minister or what have you, they're looking for me to be married.
Listen, I was 100% honest with her.
Okay.
I told her what was up. And, I actually did like her. And so it was what it was. But she had said something to me that just threw me all the way off. And I was like, well, baby, I'm not here to have fun.
Okay.
Like, I really want to be in a relationship.
Okay.
And if you're here to have fun, then you need to go find you somebody else. Because I'm ready to start fucking now.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not here just to be up here holding your hand. Okay. What are we doing? Just being cute on Sunday? Hell no. So for me, I knew this whole path of like, you had to present a certain way. You had to look a certain way. Have you ever seen this movie, My Fair Lady?
Yes.
It was just that.
Okay.
You had to have the pageantry and all of this stuff, and baby, half these folks when you get home, they don't even talk to each other.
Right. So
Uh,
arrangements is real, is what you're saying.
Arrangements is very real.
Okay.
And it's not a bad thing, but it's just like a job. It's like if you want this job, you have to do whatever it takes to get that job. And
Okay.
this is the way it has been and was in church. You want to be successful in ministry, you have to have a marriage that look a certain way. You can be the best preacher that there is. You can be amazing. Nigga, I could sing, I could preach, I could play drums and pick a little bit on the keyboard.
Total package.
And did I say sing?
You did.
Yeah. So it was like, again, when you're one of those guys, church is all you know, you become all things to all people. I worked in ministry, I did everything. The only thing I needed to do was just get married.
Okay.
That was all I needed. I just needed to get married. And I was willing to do it, but I felt like I was being played. And that's my problem. I don't like being played.
Okay.
I don't like you playing in my face. Like if I'm willing to go down this road with you, let's go ahead and go down this road.
Okay.
And so it was not that. Like, I mean, what, the girl was beautiful. Shit, I was handsome. Shit, and so I was like, well, what's up? Because I mean, at that point, we've been dating for months. We've known each other since we were kids.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, let's, what's up? I'm being a gentleman.
Okay.
I'm being a gentleman. I'm like, at this point, let's just go on, take this to the next level so we can go ahead and, do what we do. And then like, the truth, Jennifer, honestly, the truth is, when you're I was so used to dealing with guys a certain way.
Okay.
And this is me being honest. So pursuing a girl a certain way, I really didn't know how to.
Okay.
Like, if I just want to say I want to fuck, I'm not that type of dude. Even when I was talking to guys, I wouldn't say, "Oh, let's go fuck." That is so uncouth to me. That's so
like cringy.
Yeah, it's like like so like for me, it was always the moment's right, the vibe is there. We feel it, I feel it, you feel it, we feel it. I scream, you scream, we all scream, I scream.
I knew you was finna say that.
So
I knew you was finna say that.
So I was just kind of like, I was giving her a look. She was giving me a look. I was kind of like, okay, what we doing? So she hit me with I'm just having fun. I like you. We're just having fun. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, mind you, at my church, baby, everybody wanted to fuck. Okay. And this is just, excuse me, y'all, saints, and friends. I'm just giving y'all the raw, the uninhibited truth right now. Everybody wanted to fuck at church. It was that I was young. I was not really new at the church, but I was new. I was involved. I was very close to my pastor, my leader, and everything. And it's like, baby, the old mothers wanted some. The young girls wanted some. Grown. The men, DL was trying to get, baby, it was what it was. And I was never I was never putting out like that. I was like, I like being a hot guy at church. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
And so I was trying to date because that's what I was asked to do. And, it was either her or the pastor's daughter, but, she wasn't really trying to pay attention at the time. So it was what it was.
Okay. Well, so my thing is, if people are gonna be sleeping around, why do you feel like they just won't get married? Like, why keep chasing this thrill of this lifestyle of being with men, being with women, what do you think that is that keeps them constantly going through those, like, it has to be hard to keep being talked about, like, respectfully. You get what I'm saying? Every time a scandal come out, like, I wouldn't want to keep hearing about myself. So I guess I'm just trying to get your perspective on what is it that makes that you think that they don't feel like, you know what, I need to just slow down and stop. Like, this is just getting out of control. I clearly have something else going on. Like, from your perspective as a man, and like the way, because I'm not a man, so I'm just trying to think, like, what do you think is going on in the mindset? Is it because the sex is too good, the lust is too good, the thrill is too good? Like, what is it?
Well, I'll say this. As a man, you have every opportunity. You have in and everything thrown at your feet.
Okay.
Looking at somebody like Brian, I'm not saying Brian is ugly, but and I wouldn't do that because I'm not gonna say he's an ugly guy, but Brian he's in a position of pull.
Okay.
He's in a position of power. He's in a position of authority. He gets attention and all of those things like that. So people are drawn to
Mm-hmm.
that.
It's
People
true.
are drawn to that energy, that presence,
Mm-hmm.
they're
Mm-hmm.
drawn to that. And so that's where people get off. And it's like the moment that he extends an opportunity to say, how are you doing? It makes you feel some type of way.
It's true. Let's be
Like,
honest, it's true.
I remember when it's gonna be real funny if I say this. I remember I had talked I had never met Manasseh. Never
Okay.
met Manasseh as Bishop Bernard Jordan's son.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so mad at me because I had talked about him on one of my shows.
Okay.
And hey, Gail. um and so when we finally talked on the show, he called himself trying to check me. But baby, it's just something about it. I don't know. The energy is just what it is, and it's just like when people get to smiling and cheesing and stuff. It's another thing when you get in somebody's presence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that Manasseh wanted me or anything, but it's just like, it's a different. If it's a different situation, when people get around you, they see you in person, they realize that you really not like that,
Mm-hmm.
but and it's cool. And I mean, the energy changes. People, when they're in a position of power, how they feel about you, it'll either be one way or it won't be another one. People like Brian, I said, why did I make the reference? I made the reference because he's a person that is very much so in the public light, especially in church. He obviously has means, and people are drawn to that. Well, see, me personally, I've had it, I've been around it, all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like people to dangle carrots. It don't mean I'm gonna take it, but I'm just not that dude. And so, I mean, he hasn't done that to me, but a lot of people, if you are in a in a place, people would go for it. And
Okay.
with that young lady,
Mm-hmm.
um, perfect. Let me know. I'm arriving in 20 minutes. Keep in touch.
Hey, Miss Gail. Blessings to you too.
Hold on one sec. Go ahead, talk. I'm looking for a playpen for my dogs.
Okay. So it's almost as if, like, I think both things can be true. And I feel like if you have not really been in a position of power, and when you're describing that energy and things like that, respectfully, when somebody approaches you with that type of energy, power, notoriety, what have you, societal influence. I don't think people really recognize how strong that pull is. And so sometimes when we're at church, we just have to be honest. People are like, no, let's talk about the pew. We have to be honest. Yes, the pew is coming to church, but again, when that preacher reaches out to you, or when somebody says to you, so and so said they would like to connect, you not thinking, oh my gosh, it's because he probably sees I have an amazing car. She wasn't thinking that. That's not even where you were in your life,
That's not what
according
her
to what
mind
you
was.
at all. You felt that rush, and she even said that, oh my gosh, he wants to talk to me. So all rationalization goes out the door. He's no longer Prophet Carn. They're no longer Bishop so and so. So I think people, when you on that outside looking in, it's easy to say what you wouldn't do until the man of God approach you, or until the woman of God shows interest in you. You don't know what you would do unless you in that situation. And she already said at that time in her life that she alluded to allegedly that she was kind of going through some things. So now here you have this man who you've been probably sitting at the church for a few Sundays, a couple of months, and now he's saying, "Hey, how you doing? This
Wait a minute,
me."
hold on. Is this Vashti?
Where
Hold on. Oh,
is that it? Let me see. My comments is down here. Let me look.
Vashti, is that you, baby?
Is that you, mamas? Some people would never have someone of high influence and status pursue them romantically, so they would never understand. That's true.
Would you like to come to the front of the altar, please?
Is the doors of the church is open? and,
But
and
see,
so go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
See, the thing is, it's like, and I agree with what she said. Until you've been in that place, you'll never understand it. And
You'll
for
never
me
understand.
and you, because we've been in that place, it's like, I don't know. For me, I was just never hyped up on, oh my God.
Me neither.
Oh, because I'm like, baby, if he's trying to talk to you, he's trying to talk to somebody else too.
And you know it works both ways. So it's not always about, I've been in both positions to where I've been approached, but people don't even realize when you are a person of influence, people like you don't even have to approach. People will literally throw themselves at you. So it's not always, I'm not just going to put it all on leadership as well, because I have seen women and people have done it to me where I'm like, you trying real hard to be my friend. So I'm not going to say leaders is just out here on the prowl. Some of these women purposely go to a service to go after that prophet or to go after that preacher. I had it done to me on both ends. And so that's why I'm not a firm believer of people jumping on the hate train of it's always the woman, because you don't know what that's like for somebody of a higher caliber to approach you like that.
Mm.
I done been in Hollywood. I done been in the church. I've seen it on both ends, in the world and in ministry. So
What's
it's
up,
easy for
Dominique?
people to, that's her.
No, that's
Oh, she didn't say
Thaddeus
yeah.
Matthews'
Okay.
daughter. Hey,
So I
boo.
get it. People will say, I can't believe she did that. She just wanted to sleep with him. She was just so desperate. Well, if we take all the titles out, we're still talking about two human beings, and attraction is real. Period, point blank. So now you have a high profile man, if you will, in the church world approaching you. What you think you finna respond? Hello, Pastor. Well, respectfully, sir, I don't know why you're even texting me privately. You know you don't have no call on your life. You know that man don't want to connect with you for that.
So let's let's go a little deeper.
Go ahead. Not a flex at all.
When people say these things, sometimes you don't even have to use discernment because you recognize what it is. Like, period. Like, you ain't even got to be like,
You already know what
no,
time it
like,
is.
You know what the vibe is giving. You
Yep.
know what it is when a nigga look at you a certain way. You know what it is when a woman look at you a certain way. You know what it's giving. It's not giving, oh, I want to, God want to lay a special anointing on you. Like, okay, yeah, praise God. Yeah, right. Like, come on now. Like, why we got to play games? Like, when listen, when you see something, like we could be walking through the mall. Jennifer, me and you could be walking through the mall. You see something that you like, you could be like, hmm. Women do it
And
all the
ain't no
time.
spirituality in it. I can feel it and I can sense it. And I know when they looking at me.
Somebody said, in her case, though, she's an incredible singer. Nobody's taking, she is actually an incredible singer. She can
Oh,
sing
okay.
really good.
Okay.
We're not taking that away from her. But I'm saying, when people see something in you, Brian Carn has a type. Marcus Thomas has a type. When these men see something that they like, baby, they go after it. And
And
especially
she's a
if you
beautiful girl. She is a
beautiful.
beautiful girl.
And it's like they gonna go, like, look at Kayla. You know Kayla, right?
Mm.
Kayla Isadore,
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. She a
the
little,
ditchy little girl.
okay, yes. I'm not too good with names, but I could connect. So yes, okay.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Um, oh Jesus, Gail said she won't come on. Hold on, Gail. Um, Everything will be changing soon. The revival is upon us. God is sending the Revelation 12 woman to judge the church. The judgment will bring down all of these filthy leaders and reconstruct the church. Do you want to attack this, or do you want me to attack this?
I think we need to come into the reality of, while certain things, and this is nothing personal to that person, while certain things sound good, that don't always mean that's what's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because these things will forever exist. These like the way people act, this will forever exist. It's not that this is just gonna just like, oh, we just gonna go away with the scandals and people doing this and carrying on and da da da. It's not just gonna go away. It's not gonna go away. Um, so also when you were saying everything will be changing soon, it will be more so. I would like if you could expound on what you mean. But God is sending the Revelation 12 women to judge the church. The judgment will bring down all of these filthy leaders and reconstruct the church. And then there's gonna be another set of filthy leaders.
It never changes.
It's never gonna change.
It never changed because if if there is change that's going to actually take place, people have to want to change. Like you want
That's
us
right.
to sit out here and he by Shah and pray for leadership and stuff like that. But if leadership does not want to do better, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you look at it. If Brian Carn does not want to change, if Marcus Thomas does not want to change, if any of these leaders do not want to change, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. I don't care what you say. You can get mad at me all day long. It's the same thing. I said what I said. If these leaders do not want to do better, then they're going to be hoes 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. When they die, they're gonna die being a hoe.
How many times have we seen it?
I just saw it at a preacher's funeral. The mistress was on one side, the wife was on the other side. What are we talking about? I just saw it when, now I said I wasn't gonna do this story, but I just saw it when the guy from Ocala who was arrested in California, and they're trying to label him as a child predator. He's not a child predator. He was on a site.
Okay.
And now the story that I was told by somebody else, no, I'll say it like I want to say it. I called Kim Brown because Kim Brown, that is her fiance.
Okay.
I called Kim Brown because I know the man. I know David Stockton, James Stockton, because I ran his campaign last year. And I have not done this story because I know him.
Okay.
And I don't like how the story is being ran because he never did anything with a child. But they're trying to make it like he did something. But because the guy was on there trying to bait him as if he was a child, and James said, "Oh, I thought you was somebody older. I was looking for somebody older." But he's saying, "Oh, you was missed." He said, "I didn't think that this was a child." And my question is, because that happened to somebody else here in Tampa. My question then is, why would a 16, 17-year-old be on a 18 plus year old site, grown people's site, looking? Because again, like if let's say I'm on a dating app, let's say I'm on Jack, and I'm having a conversation with a grown person. I'm not looking to be talking to a child. Now, if you're on here and you say, "Oh man, I'm 16," I'm like, "Stop lying. Why is you on here playing?" That would be my response.
Okay.
But he ended up, I guess wanting to go meet the dude or whatever and getting caught up. And I told Kim like this. I said, "Kim," she told me, she said, "Oh, Mario, he was trying to rescue some young man." I said, "Kim, I don't know what story you're trying to tell me, but that story does not even sound believable. What sounds believable is he was on a site looking for another man,
Okay.
and somebody just played with him and he thought it was a joke and he going to go meet up with somebody." But see, then the person said that they were 19, but then he's telling social media he told them that they was 16. I don't, it's a whole hot mess. But it's like these preachers, they have these secret personal lives. And when it comes out, now Gail, I sent you the link. When it comes out, then everybody's like, "Oh my God." Oh no, like sometimes you can just see it for what it is. Period.
Because it's pretty much gonna be, the next man up. Okay, so after this preacher go away, it's gonna be the next upcoming people. I don't think people even really realize how many people want to be in Brian Carn's shoes. Let's just be honest. Money, power, like, how many people chasing that? And so that's why I said I feel like there's multiple things that could be true to a story in terms of this outlandish backlash of what's going on. It's so many things that is wrapped up into this. There's people that have emotional deficiencies. It's people that's been violated as kids and they don't have no discipline when it comes to their sexual desires. It's people that's battling mental issues. It's so many things that is going on more than just, "Oh, okay, well, this is the next viral story," which is why I was kind of saying I respect that the young lady was kind of being transparent about where she was in her life. "I had an addiction. I was smoking. I was drinking. I was doing this. I was doing that." So, what do we think was going to happen when somebody approaches you in a certain dynamic? And respectfully, a lot of women don't really understand. A man can look at a woman or a man and be able to peg you pretty quickly. "Oh, she'll go
Uh-huh.
for this. Oh, she could be a wife. Oh, you know what? She ain't." Come on now, this man ain't new to this rodeo. She said, "Well, he approached me about the threesome and he set it all up. And you was going.
It was going.
That wasn't your first one? Probably, respectfully. He ain't got that much game. And Vashti's a cute girl.
Brian
But
has church game. Brian has church game. That's what he got. Brian has church game, and he will manipulate you if you let him.
baby, he
And
take that game out in the streets and somebody will have him around here broke. You hear me? Again, I'm gonna take you for all you got. You play with somebody else. Baby, you gonna be filing bankruptcy playing with me.
that part.
Because if you buying $30,000 coffee machines, oh, you finna pay what you weigh around here. Respectfully. Who said no such thing as a oh, okay. Oh. And so these
Well,
narratives
listen.
and hmm,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, because
this is
baby, these
why I feel like every piece is necessary. So when people are on people that are bloggers or people that are covering stories, why you jumping down the blogger throat? So we all supposed to just sit back in the dark and not talk about something, and we watching people lives be destroyed, we watching souls be destroyed, we watching people walk away from God because they hurt and they broken, and you mad because I discussed a story that was public. And I get it. I know it's not comfortable, but that don't mean I'm the fall guy because I'm discussing it. That
right.
don't mean, hold on, why is it that the church is being torn down when I discuss it? So it wasn't being torn down when all this is going on privately? It's not being torn down when y'all know what's going on. It's all of a sudden torn down because it's public and I discussed it. Now I'm tearing the church down. Now I'm broken. Now I'm looking for something. So who's supposed to bring? Last time I checked, the Bible does have stories where people were calling people out for the things that you're doing. Do you really want me secretly and you just mad? Because
That's what
what's really the
that's
problem?
what it be giving. That's what it be giving. Y'all want me secretly and privately, and you mad that I talked about you, but you're really not mad that I talked about you. You just don't like what I said about you.
But I remember when you did that story with that dude from New York. Remember that? The dude from New York, and he was but let me tell
Uh-huh.
you something. When you got on the camera with him, baby, the way he was cheesing
Okay.
and them
Okay.
eyes was twinkling, I'm like,
Okay.
it's not giving the same energy when you was just when he was talking, oh, he did. But the moment y'all got on camera, his whole energy shifted. I'm not implying that he wanted you, but people be, I'm like, that's funny. Now you jivey, oh, jivey. Oh, it sure was a shift. Shift
Mhm.
in the atmosphere. I
Honey,
seen it.
when I say it was big cheese, baby, he couldn't even hold the phone straight. I was like,
So what you
uh-huh.
really mad about? Is it
What
really
you
about the story?
what you mad about? What you mad about, Lamar? What's up? What you mad about?
Lamar.
Lamar, what you mad about?
See, when you've been in a game long enough, you could tell, like, why would you? So, hold on, let me get this straight. You took the time to take a speaking engagement at church and get behind a pulpit and you name drop me. I thought you were supposed to be here to preach.
Mm.
It's giving confusion. It's giving you don't understand that it's a time and a place. It's giving what you really want. You know how many people I done had hate on me only to find out it was just because you wanted me and I wasn't going.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Cause I'm telling you, like, if you want me to be a bean, bitch, oh God, I'm
Please
starting.
do.
Oh,
Please do.
cause I was like, Lord, I was like, I really don't want to be that dude, but I'm almost want to be that dude. Cause I'm like, look, if I got you cheesing like that, what's up? Cause I want some money. I like lots of money.
Just give me my money.
Just give me, just give me my.
Because let's just be honest. Cause why you that mad? Why I'm tearing the church down? I mean, cheesing. I seen it. You ain't got to be
Honey,
a. Let me tell you something. I said,
listen,
oh, he mad about something else. He speaking
Dominique, when
peaks.
I tell you, baby, I be trying to tell folks like people be trying to like play people down like, oh, you ain't da, 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 da. No, baby, I'm just not that person.
Exactly.
I'm not that person. Maybe I need to be that nigga. Maybe I just need to be that nigga. I'm a little late in the game. Well, I ain't really late in the game, but maybe I just need to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want to throw some cash? You want
I'm
to see this
telling you.
ass? What? What's
I'm like,
up?
baby, y'all trying the wrong ones. You don't want
Listen,
you don't want me to switch. Cause see, I'm not gonna live in this fantasy. I'm gonna talk about other stuff and I'm gonna talk about me too.
because
You don't want me to tap in, tap in.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm being so for real. Baby, if you want me to be quiet, let me pull this camera a little close. Okay.
Go ahead.
If you want me to be quiet and don't do no more vlogging, baby, you better run a coin that's so nasty. Baby, I will leave this and go do something totally different. But the check has to clear first. Oh, glory.
Clear.
It has to clear.
You hear that little cash app bing? I need to be hearing that.
Yeah. No.
I need to get all the
I need to hear
alerts.
Cash App and I need to hear Zelle.
I need to get the alerts.
You want me to get off of this here right here and leave the church alone? Baby, it better be a Zelle and a Cash App that's so nasty. And baby, I mean nasty. Baby, I will leave it all today. Hello,
And then the
Prince.
main people that be mad, that's what I'm saying. You be projecting. You want me in real life. Why you didn't just reach out and ask me first? Did you really want me to reach out to ask you?
Because when I
I'm
reached
in your
out to you
city.
before,
I bet.
when I reached out to you before, you never said nothing to me. So did you really want me to reach out to you? You get what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Did you really want me to reach out to you and say something to you? Did you really want my opinion? Because it ain't like I said
Did
something.
you want my attention? What was it? What was it? So it's so many different components. This is why I don't just take one scenario and just cast it to this. Let me tell you something. Again, do I understand that? Like I said, and Mario, you already know. There's women that literally go to these churches and they go after these pastors. And these pastors be going. Y'all be going. Let's get this arrangement going. It's about this coin.
Let me
You
tell
want me
you,
to fly out to the city? You need to fly me out. I need this and I need that. That's just what it is.
baby, listen, let me tell you something. Since I am such a threat in these YouTube streets, because I mean, let's be honest about this thing. Baby, a party ain't a party till I get there. Y'all get mad and jump off the mall because what's happening right now, oh, you know, it's a little tit for tat. It's okay. But when the king really jump up in here, it's a real problem. So if y'all want me to be quiet, baby, it's who said that? Debbie Jean girl, baby, it's 7 figures that would be real nice. And the first one starts with a 5. Grace is so good to me. Y'all can write the check. I promise you, I will go somewhere else and be baby, I will do something totally different. And I'll still be successful in my field. Go play with your hair. I'll still be successful in my field. Period, point blank. I'll go be a politician. I'll go be a teacher. I'll go be a vacation vlogger. I'll go be something. I'll leave it alone. Because at this point, it doesn't even matter because y'all not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not going to change. So you'll just knock one pin. Oh, Mario, you can be bought. No, baby, it's not about being bought. But baby, at this point, I'm just securing my future. What's up? You know, oh, Mario. And see, the people, when you start saying stuff like that, Jennifer, people say, oh, you all about the money. What else is about?
Again, until you in that situation, which let me ask you this. I don't know if you've seen this comment earlier. I can't remember in detail, but speak on this particular part when people try to compare with what you do to the mess in the church. When they say, well, y'all bloggers can't talk. Y'all be arguing and being messy back and forth with each other. Speak on how they compare the two and why you feel like it's a difference.
Well, honestly, I hate that.
Okay.
Because there really is a difference. People argue with other vloggers because it's like what you just said earlier. Either they like you, they want to be you, they want something from you, or they want your attention.
Mm-hmm.
The church drama, the church mess, it's just honestly, they're mad because it gets exposed.
Okay.
And so once it get exposed, they're mad, not that it's being exposed, but they're mad at you're talking about their favorite, somebody that they like, and they don't want it to get out there. They already know what you're saying is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no doubt about it. Like this stuff with Carn, like Baby, how many girls is it now? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many girls is it? Matter of fact, how many babies do Brian got out here now? Like, seriously. So it's like, you want to compare. Well, they want to compare and say we're messy and we do this to each other and we tearing up the church. No, we're not tearing up the church. We're not tearing up the church at all. But the fact is, just like with this story right here, I'm not even mad at Amber. I'm not even mad at Amber because Amber was just a part of the story that was already told. And she was just one of the girls that already just came out. And she just happened to put another piece of the puzzle that was already put out here. So now, Brian, you was out here sleeping with Vashti. I just saw Vashti in the comments. You were sleeping with Vashti. And then you had Vashti and Amber together doing a threesome menage a trois. So again, what else is going on? That's not my fault. Y'all need to talk to Brian. Brian is out here. Baby, this is just the girls.
Somebody said, hey, Vashti in the comments.
Nicola is a mess. You know, it's like, come on.
Who would have even thought that when Vashti told her story, it was another piece to the puzzle?
You get what I'm saying? Because if you read what Vashti said, she said it was some things that he was doing. I thought it was a phase. What does that mean? Did he have you doing something, Vashti? Was a little nasty? He likes a nasty girl. He likes a nasty girl. He likes a nasty girl. That's what he like. He wants you to do some things to him. And you thought it was a phase. No, baby. Allegedly, did he want you to put on a scrap or something, girl? I was just saying.
Strap me up and pull it tight.
You know, I'm just like, the girl told everything, but she was trying to be discreet with certain things. But baby, people like myself, baby, we read through.
We know it's two.
We read between the lines, baby. We know what the margins and the parallels, and 2 + 2 is 4, 1 + 1 is 2, 4 + 4 is 6. We know what it's given, baby. So it's like,
and why is folks dropping their seeds off into people and then walking away? I've never seen so many people don't want to take care of their churn.
Why can't you wear a condom?
I mean, and then why you be going ghosting? Why folks be going ghosting? You want to block people and carrying on. You don't want to find out if the baby yours.
Is your pullout game that weak? Baby, you don't know you about to bust and you don't pull out? Or did she have a baby by the pre-com? What's going on?
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Be a millionaire.
Oh, yeah, y'all, she got to come back. She got to come back. Jennifer got to come back, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. I like Jennifer. She coming back. Shoot, she gonna be on the Kings channel. That's what she gonna be on.
Let me tell you something. I mean, I'm just saying. And don't get me, yes, y'all, we know everybody having sex, everybody making it clap. We get it, but I'm like, whatever happened to like being discreet?
We was never discreet.
Mario, if I'm trying to get with you, the first thing I'm not gonna text you is make sure you don't tell nobody. Okay, as soon as you send that, it's BS in the game. As soon as you message me talking about I'm in your city, I already know what you own.
When you text me and say, hey, what's up, boo? What's up, stink? I'm in your city.
Big head?
What's up, big head? Oh, I miss you. Oh, and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, where you at? Oh, yeah, like I just made it in town. I'm about to pull up at the hotel and get some rest. Oh, what hotel you at? Like we not like, okay, so we grown on here. Don't play these comments like y'all don't know what's up.
Come on now.
Like you already know when somebody texting you certain things, you already know. That's why church folks get dumb brain. They get that dumb brain. I'm like, first of all, if somebody texts me like, hey boo, what's going on? How you feeling? I miss you.
And why y'all think y'all pastors is not out here smashing? Front door, back door, the ear. Why do people think that the pastor is not out here getting it in? They doing a bump before service, taking a shot when it's over. Guess what? Baby, they in enough. Let me tell you something. It gets reckless when they go to other cities. Baby, when they go to other cities, why do y'all, pastor would never, you just trying to tear the man of God down. No, I'm not. So he had me in a suit. He had me in a, listen, look, bent up like a pretzel.
Oh, did he have the leg behind it? Oh,
Why y'all think the man of God ain't getting it in? Just come straight up to 206. I have the door unlocked.
I'm in the shower. Oh.
Look, you walk in, butt cheeks just out.
Just baby, oh.
I just got out the shower. Oh no, you okay? I'm just lotioning
Listen,
up. You all right?
I walked in on somebody like that, but they was like, you know what's up? Oh,
You walk in like, oh, why is you naked?
oh, baby, no why you naked. No, it wasn't know why you naked. Baby, they came up on me like the Spirit of God.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. And then, listen, I'm a pretty strong person. But baby, sometimes the energy be so strong, you like, why you walk up on me like that? My goodness.
You ever had
Hey,
somebody
what's up?
hit you up
Be like,
against the wall before?
huh?
Now I'm supposed to be the dominant one, but you ever just have somebody just pin you up against the wall and they're just all
Look, you like this, trying to catch your balance.
yeah, that thing do that
Let me tell
thing
you
do something
something.
to me now. Wait a minute
And
now.
then listen.
Whoa.
Then, okay, y'all, I'm being funny, but I'm not, but I am. Then they be, you feel that? You be like, oh.
This is why I like a female on here. This is a straight female talking, okay?
I'm telling you, you be like, my goodness, he aggressive. Yeah, I'm at the Radisson downtown. I'm in 206. No, you're fine. Just come right up.
I'll tell the front desk that you're on the way. What do you have on? Or you have
And then listen, then here they go. When you get ready to go, here they go. You be like, okay, see you later. They're like, take the key. You take the key. Just take the hotel key. And then when service is over, just meet me. Yeah, you like, okay.
and baby, when I tell you that nigga will preach down. Well, boy, he gonna preach down. If he just got him some good Cuda bread, he gonna preach down, and you get
You
back
is
there.
telling the truth.
And when he
One of
get
my
back to the
friends was
hotel
with this
room,
preacher. Baby, I remember after service, I'm like, was it me? I feel like he just went to another level.
honey, pew.
She was like, yeah, girl, because see, earlier today, I'm like, oh, okay, because I knew something.
Because
Baby gonna preach the paint off the walls.
when I tell you every devil in there about to flee, Hardy, every hound in hell is about to leave. Hardy, he just got him some this morning too. And baby, he just gave some head, got some head. Baby just got flipped that whole room around. Hardy, when I tell you we about to have a high time in the Lord. Anybody
Listen,
come back and get some more too? Oh,
listen.
okay. Oh, okay.
They a little taller, a little stronger, words all articulate. Baby, you see when they get ready to stand up and they walk into that podium, you like, oh, all right.
I see what I did. Ah!
All right. And y'all, we being funny, but y'all, this what y'all have to understand. This is the kind of stuff that goes on. Baby, they be so ready to get back to the hotel room. Let me tell you something. When they get ready to get done, and then the guest preacher come up and they say, wasn't we just blessed by apostle? Baby, he's sitting in a chair texting you. You so beautiful.
Already texting
Y'all
you.
thought, what y'all think these pastors be doing when they be looking in their phone? Looking up the scripture? Y'all are fooled. You fooled. He ain't even out the pulpit and he texting you. I can't wait to see you. She is pretty.
And you thought Brian was just, oh, woman of God, I just want to just give you a word from. No, Brian was trying to, baby. Brian was clapping cheeks.
Exactly.
And then see this would make it so funny. This would make it so funny. When Vashti said he was into some things and I thought he would phase out of it. Okay, so if he was into threesomes with you, who else did he bring up in there? Did he bring a nigga in there?
And respectfully, women be so oblivious. Respectfully, they be thinking they the only ones.
Honey, at this day and time, baby, don't think you're the only one. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
I cannot believe he would do that to me. I thought that was just something me and him shared together. No, because see, you, and I'm not saying it specifically about him, but you don't want to let him bring another man in the bedroom, but she will. So we
Huh?
got to have options.
And see, let me explain something to you. What you don't do for your man or your woman, how you act, and you act a fool, baby, they can go somewhere else and get exactly what you ain't doing.
Hello? Because they giving it out. Hello?
With no strings attached.
Y'all church people is out here hunching.
Huh?
I know you saw them shout on Sunday and quicken. They hunching.
And baby, let me tell y'all something. They watching porn to get all the details, the tricks, and baby, they going right home to go try it on their partner. What you say, reverse cowgirl? You want to flip? You want to flop? You want to turn around? Baby, you want to pick me up? You want to bounce? You want to go in the shower? What you want? You want 69? Oh, okay. What we doing? Oh, okay.
Shoot, people like me, I'm the outcast. I remember when I was working in Hollywood, the kind of stuff they did, they'd be like, so you don't do this? So you don't, I'm like, no. So I'm like, oh, I'm the outcast because he got you because he know you and him gonna do this. She gonna let him bring a man in. She gonna let him take the object and put it elsewhere. Baby, I got to be able to have options. You can't really travel with me because you got kids. So therefore, you gotta be like on you gotta be like number 7 on the roster because Sabrina will get on that plane for me.
It's funny that you call Sabrina.
See, Natalie, I had a women lined up. I ain't got to do a whole lot of work. Guess what? All I got to do is text Natalie and say, make sure you have everything together. No problem. Y'all think these women are not out here catering to these men? Yes.
And baby, they got a whole sex ring in the church. Let's be honest. Let's be very
And
honest.
gonna show up on Sunday morning looking just as pure as the angel with the halo. That's why they be like, Pastor would never. Baby, what you don't know is right before church, that's exactly what he did. Why you thought when he was preaching and he did this, what you thought he was sniffing?
Oh, baby, that's because he just got through rubbing across the lips. All right. On the lips.
Listen,
Hey.
I done been in a service where a preacher literally was subliminally saying things to the chick I was with.
Listen, y'all, I gotta go pick up my baby's cake, my they playpen.
All right.
Oh, so listen, y'all, we gonna be back here tonight. I hope we didn't hold you too long. I hope we didn't tear it too long. Y'all, this was fun. If you enjoyed having Jennifer here, y'all let me know in the comments. Jennifer is a joy. Y'all also go and follow her on her TikTok page. She has her own following, okay?
I do.
Hold on, wait a minute. I said she has her own following.
I do. And thank you for saying that. This ain't no clout. This ain't no co-sell. I have thousands of people that follow me on my own platform.
Yeah, she got over 40 some thousand followers over there on TikTok. She talks about a lot of great stuff. She's a real talker and everything like that. She had reached out to me a while ago, and I was kind of like, oh no, I don't know. But I love it. I
Don't
love
do
it.
that.
Well, no.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like respectfully because I was like, oh, child. I'm like, these folks out here is weird. But no, I enjoyed talking to her. We had a great time. This is our first time being on the platform. We're gonna do this again. But y'all, I gotta go pick up my baby stuff because I'm gonna select this now. Boom, boom, boom. And okay, let me hold it. So see you all tonight. We're gonna have a great show. We need her to come back for health. Not health checks. Bye, y'all. We finna get off here because I'm not finna do this with y'all. Jennifer, I'll call you when I get off.
Okay. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah. It's the King Jive Show, baby. Turn it up, turn it up.